This isn't Charlie's Angels, is it?
No, it's not.
Fuck. Hey, early birds. It's Moses and Lewis here, and we just saw Quantum Solace.
The next James Bond flick, I think it's what, the 23rd, 24th film in the series?
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
And we have to say, with this new era of James Bond after Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig, this new series is kind of more of an ongoing story plot instead of an actual, this is just this episode of James Bond.
Right. I mean, the way we saw it was that it was leading into a storyline. Now, if you're gonna, I mean, it's good as a standalone film, but you'll see things that lead on to a maybe possible sequel. So with that being said, this film, essentially, is all about James Bond going eco-friendly.
Not really James Bond going eco-friendly, but more his villains are going eco-friendly. And this time, it's Earth versus James Bond. Who will win? Round 2.
So anyway, going down, I know there's 3 things you're looking at. James Bond, the Bond girl, and the Bond villain.
Let's look at the James Bond girl right now.
Yeah.
I was very, very upset when I realized I've seen this girl before.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was a little disappointed as well. I mean, not only did he also say that she was also in 3 previous movies. She was in Hitman, she was in Max Payne, and now she's in this movie.
Seriously.
I think I don't know if they're trying to exploit her talents as being in a lot of agent films or in those darker sense films, but they could have chosen a better pick.
So I feel of this girl actually hit more to James Bond's emotions more than anything, and it was kind of a counteracting to James Bond's feel from the first movie. And the James Bond villain was actually I think he wasn't really the villain that was supposed to be the villain. It was actually the manpower that he had.
I thought the James Bond villain was okay for the story itself. I mean, compared to all the other villains, he's not even worth it. I mean,
this villain had mostly manpower. Let's face it, he sent man after man after man after James Bond, then he sent a truck after him.
Go. And we're not talking about any Alec Baldwin here from GoldenEye. We're talking about some guy who's using other people to do his dirty work. I mean, he's not even doing any of his own fights.
I really did not like how they downplayed James Bond the whole film leading up to the villain. Let's face it, he's taking down SAS, CIA, be your basic trained henchman, and now you got this eco-friendly guy who's never got his hands dirty. Let's face it, he's French. James Bond had to put a hell of a fight against him. Really? I don't think so.
No, it's James Bond trying to find an eco-terrorist, okay? So, you can only put so much into a less than 2-hour film. So, I mean, if you want story, you're not going to get that. You go ahead and rewatch Casino Royale. That was a great story. This, not so much. I mean, you won't have as much mystery, suspense. It's just plenty special effects. Now, let's get into special effects.
Special effects, this movie had a lot of them. There was explosions, there was car crashes, there was gun scenes. Amazing effects, amazing talent on all the stuntmen involved.
You have to watch this movie. You don't want to watch this movie for the story. Watch it for the effects.
And we have to say, bottom line, this movie's worth watching. We give it a good 7 to 8 out of 10, depending on what you like. If you're a 007 fan, be sure to watch this film. But if you're not a 007 fan, you possibly could wait, because all it is just really a continuation of the story.
So, in other words, just, go ahead and subscribe for our next video next week.
Put your comments down here.
And we'll see you later.
Early Bird Reviews out.
Bond out.